This is Smithy.tv.
Hey, this is Kenny Robinson. Thanks for coming back to Breaking Down the News. It's been a great week and a very busy week in the world. And right now I'm fortunate to have for my guest a very busy and a very great performer, Miss Marla Lukofsky. Thank you for coming in here today, Marla.
Thanks for having me, Kenny.
I have to say that, you've stepped away from the stand-up scene for a while.
I did.
And it's a shame. It's a shame because so many comics don't realize what a pioneer you were in this game. When I first moved to Toronto in 1980, there were very few clubs where you could go to.
Very few.
And, like everybody's going, Mike McDonald, he's the king. And he was. And then I went down and I seen you headline at Yucks. And punchline for punchline, laugh for laugh, you had delivered the same that McDonald had. And I said, man, this chick can bang, man. And I'm sitting in the back. I'm going, well, how come nobody's going? There were guys like Brian Beezer. Oh yeah, Martha's great, but it was your face is cringe. And I said,
Well, no, it's just that the guys they never praised me. They weren't particularly nice to me.
Oh, well, Beezer said you were great.
Well, this is nice to know.
Yeah, 30 years later.
But they didn't say it to my face.
Well, no, maybe he was shy. No, but that's always the same thing. It's like you never have an idea who had a crush on you in high school till you're at the funeral.
Absolutely.
And then, then her brother or sister went, they loved you. And I went, what? I came here just to see them dead.
Totally.
So.
And Kenny, actually, he already wrote me, and he told me that he remembered what I wore. And you said that I wore blue jeans and that black danskin top. And
yeah.
I remember that outfit, too, because I can't fit into it anymore.
Well,
but
plus, that was a big thing then, because after,
yeah.
that was even before the flash dance thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because that was a golden era for 70s, early 80s.
Yep, it was, and those were good times, yeah. And I just kind of, I can explain why I kind of dropped out of the scene. It was actually, tell you the truth, it actually started in 1994 with the earthquake in Los Angeles, because I was living in Los Angeles.
That's right, you moved down there for
I
a
did.
bit.
I moved in 1990. I had gotten the word through the grapevine when there were some stand-up comedy TV shows starting out in 1989, and so I, of course, submitted my name, and I was told by the Canadian producers, underlined 3 times, you're too old and you've been around. I said,
geez.
Doesn't that qualify me? No, it doesn't. I thought, I'm going to L.A. Like, this is ridiculous, this country, So I went to L.A. Now,
so what shows are you talking about?
I can't even remember.
you
When
talking like-
someone doesn't treat me well, I just...
Are we talking like the Ralph Ben-Murgy era? Or no, this is even before Ben-Murgy then. So it was like Evening at the Improv and that
No, that was American, and I
Right.
actually got that myself.
But
I
they had a
submitted my
Canadian
tape.
producer, though, for tax breaks or
Yeah,
something.
but no, there was some Canadian shows. I don't know. I can't remember. Not important. They came and went. Good. So that's the way it is.
You're
but
still here, damn
I'm
it.
still here. But it was the earthquake in 1994 when I was in a building that collapsed, and I was like struggling to get out and carrying a woman on my back.
Oh,
And
my.
we survived, and then I went blank. And it was some form of shock, and I forgot my act, my entire act. And I used to sit there and watch myself on my video TV shows that I used to be on to try to learn my act. And that's when it began. And then 4 years later, I got cancer, and I had major chemo brain and a lot of treatment, and that really damaged my memory.
So the
I was
chemo kind
struggling.
of took away your memory as well?
Yeah,
Or?
absolutely. So I was really dabbling. I eventually moved back here in 2002.
For the health care, or just had enough of L.A.
Oh
and the dream
no,
that
I
wasn't
loved
happening?
LA. They treated me great. I had bought health insurance there. I got the most stupendous medical care one could ever imagine, and I still go there. And now I pay for it myself, just without the insurance there. On top of getting whatever I can here, but whatever they're not offering me here, I go there and I get it. And it's the
Right.
best thing you can do. Canadians, you have to learn the words, I will pay. You will
Oh,
find
don't
out.
say
You will
that.
go somewhere, and they go, well, we're not going to give you that because, OHIP doesn't cover it. That's okay. I will pay. It's
that's-
$100. Boom.
Canadians have an incredible attitude about having to pay for health
Terrible.
Healthcare and cover charges. Those two
Terrible.
things, you'll get them riled up to the point of...
Yeah, but the test for ovarian cancer, and it's not a perfect test, but CA125, okay, it's $30. $30! It might save your life. But Canadians go, I don't want to pay.
But they'll pay for a pitcher of beer and...
They'll pay for iTunes, they'll pay for the beer, they'll
But
pay
not
for a movie, dung, dung, dung. it's
But the
crazy.
$30 for a test, yeah, like for me, I can pay $35 for a blood test that gives the same answers that the old prostate massage gives.
Exactly.
So if I can pay $35 or get a finger in my ass, I'm writing the check. Okay, if I've got options, I'm
I'm
writing
with
the
you,
check.
baby.
You know,
Absolutely. Give me
so-
the colonoscopy. I love it. Stick that finger in
all
there.
you got to do is take some blood for $35.
Absolutely.
Let's just keep my pants on and remain dignified.
Absolutely.
you
Of
know.
course, I don't mind going to the proctologist because it's the only action I get. So, I'll take what I can
Fibber.
get.
But I'm just thinking though, you carrying out a woman on your back during the earthquake.
I did.
That alone should have bumped up your bookings.
I know.
Hero comic rescues woman
Absolutely.
from ruins.
Absolutely.
That should have been it. You should have been on the cover of all the magazines, and maybe they could even put a fake scar on your face to make
agree
it more
with you.
John Wayne-ish, G.I. Joe looking.
And a couple of years later, and I told my sisters and my cousins, and they go, yeah, it's very nice. A couple of years later, and I come back home and I go out for dinner with my sisters and my cousin to the Jerusalem restaurant on Eglinton. We walk in, and there is that woman who I carried on my back.
So she
She's
sent a
come in
round
to
over?
visit her mother. She looks at me and she goes, "Mommy, that's the woman who saved my life." And I looked at my family and said, "I told you." That's true.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was Martha Chavez who called me a couple of weeks ago. Actually, didn't call me. She did what you do, what everybody does.
You're fortunate that way.
She messaged me and she said, "Marla, I'm doing this big fundraiser benefit show for Joanna Downey at Spirits. Do you want to do 5 minutes?" And right away I went, "I don't know." I typed in, "I don't know." She writes back, "What don't you know? It's only 5 minutes." I said, I don't know." She goes, "Marla, it's 5 minutes. I know you're singing now. I saw your clips. You can sing a song if you want." "I can sing a song?" "Yes, you can sing a song." "Okay, I'll do it." Okay.
And that was the first
And then
stand-up
I
you've done
started
in
to
a
open
while?
up all my notes and I started to memorize. And then suddenly it was starting to come back. And so I went there. I'm in a lineup of 15 chicks. And of course, they've never heard of me because,
No.
God forbid, these young comics would even look to find out why do they have the right to do stand-up comedy, because I got scars on my back from the path I made. And so I was third. Martha said, "I know you like third." How does she remember that? I don't know. I said, "I do like third, actually." And I went up.
Well, so
and
you're
I'm
so
like,
agreeable, and Martha
well,
is a great BS artist. I know you like 19th. I
Thanks for
do like
explaining
19th.
it. I do like it. And so I'm trying to study my things. I go, "I've forgotten it. I've already forgotten it. I'm still not fixed yet." And I go up there and I go, boom, 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 because it's a great nightclub. The
comedy
great
gods
audience.
are with
yeah,
you.
Yeah. And it's just like, and then I come off, and my friend who came with it goes, "Oh my God, I didn't realize you were so good." And Martha said, "You still got it. You still got it. You could get booked. Here, talk to this person, talk to this person." And that was it.
Excellent. So
And
that
then
was-
some young comics came out to me, "I don't know who you are, but you're really good." And I said, "Well, thank you. I think you're good too." And I felt like a mother going, "You're good too. Keep it up," And I go, "Now I have to go back in my wheelchair."
Andrea Martin better watch out for you if you get the
Oh,
bug.
please,
You better-
Andrea Martin and I. Every time she got pregnant, I got more work.
So
We used to have the same agent.
So we need to find some artificial insemination
Yeah.
and get her.
Well,
get her
the
another
truth
9 months
is,
off.
when women start to sleep together after 3 months, they look alike.
Uh-huh.
I used to look like Catherine O'Hara. Then I dated Andrea Martin for a couple of months, and now I look just like her,
Oh my!
only a fatter version. She exercises too much.
Wow, there's any exercise is already too much. So the other night at Spirits, that was the first time in how long that you did stand
Like
up?
5 years.
Wow.
And actually, that sounds like not that long considering the story I just said, but I had done another fundraiser.
You're
I
doing
did a
your one-woman
fundraiser.
show,
I
though,
did
right?
that too.
Does
That's
that
right,
not count
for
as
sure.
stand-up, or?
It does, actually. But I did
Yeah,
a
elements,
stand-up
right.
for 5 minutes again for a cancer fundraiser that Judy Kroon was running at Yuck Yuck. So I
Okay.
agreed to that. And I remember Mark Breslin coming up to me saying, "You could still do this, I just remember, oh, I'm so sorry. I remember the angst. It's this apparatus that reminds me of my IUD. And so I just didn't take it up. I just let it go. I just thought, leave well enough alone, and that was it. But you're right. I started my one-woman show talking about my journey with breast cancer and with this unique bend in it of humor, and not forced humor, but innately
Natural, organic.
natural.
Right.
That happens because shit happens,
So you made a pretty good buck doing that, or?
Yeah, actually, initially you can get good bucks, and then it kind of dwindled down, and I didn't once again have an agency take me on. That's my curse.
See,
in life.
now there's this
There's
speakers
speakers,
thing
and they
all
won't
these-
take me. I don't know why they won't take me. I can't get my foot in. I send the email, like, whatever. So things kind of like calm down in that too. And then that's
You have to get
when-
sick again.
I know. It's like, you know what? This is the only show I'm ever going to write because I don't want to go through this again.
You know,
I don't want to have to tell a
You can-
story like this.
You can do the sequel. The blood tests are back, and there's going to be some trouble.
CA125 numbers ain't too good.
You know, so.
Get the typewriter.
And so, what bits did you do the other night?
Say that again.
I'm sorry. What bits did you do the other night?
Oh,
Well, mumbling works for Brando. So I still never got past that point.
and you know what happened to him? I
Got fat
did.
and successful. Or successful and fat. So I've got
and
half of it
half his
done.
kids killed themselves. Like, I don't know. Not
Yeah.
a good story. Good documentary,
I
though.
blame all the mothers.
Oh, yes, of course. It's the mothers.
All the mothers.
The ones with ovaries. Oh, yes. I did my nose, and I did my thighs, and I did my weight change. I thought I got to incorporate this weight change thing. And some new impressions I had to update because I
Okay.
couldn't do Ethel Merman because the audience doesn't know who Ethel Merman is.
No.
So I changed it to Gilbert Gottfried. So Gilbert Gottfried as a child whispering, "What?"
Okay, that's
Right?
good. And did any of the comics who've been harassed by Gilbert, did they run out of the room crying at that point? Or no, because that's been making the rounds on the internet lately as
Oh,
well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a local comic who, while he was here,
No.
supposedly there's some stories there. So
You know what? I worked with him before he was huge.
yes,
We did Washington, D.C. together.
back when Leatrice was booking acts
Yeah.
back in the days.
Yeah, and this was Garvin's.
Okay, so what was Gilbert like back then?
I thought he was peculiar, actually.
So
I mean, I'm
nothing's
sorry to say
changed.
that. No, I was like, he wouldn't talk to me. He was a little strange, and me and the staff would go out and party. There I go again. But no, he was odd.
So did you do the Wizard of Oz in 60 seconds?
No.
That's
I can't remember it. I can do two Munchkin voices. Mr. Girl, get rid of that dog. It's a menace to society. It's got to be destroyed.
Oh, baby, go check it. It's good to do a basket for a 30 examined and she's not only merely dead, she's really most sincerely dead. Follow your big road. All right,
So that's
That's
good
as
enough
far
to
as
win
I
you-
can go.
Because after you, comics started doing like Star Wars in 60 seconds.
Yes.
And then somebody
remember
else would pick
who.
up another movie. And it
Yes.
would bang, bang, bang. And I'd
Yes.
sit in the back of the room going, I've seen this somewhere before.
Yeah.
Except for it was a broad doing it. back
That's
then,
right.
And it was a Wizard of Oz.
That's right. I've seen that too, and it kind of bothers me.
Yeah,
In
so-
fact, I've typed in on Google, and I see all these comics doing The Wizard of Oz and 3. I was like, what the? Are you allowed to say fuck on this show?
Yeah.
Oh, what the
Oh,
fuck?
when Darren Frost was here, we played ping pong with the C word, so it was all kinds
Oh,
of fun.
fine. So it's okay to have the.
So do you still? So are you going to get back into doing more stand-up now? Or?
I definitely want to.
All right.
That experience with Martha and the right room and the right audience.
Yeah,
Totally.
Joanna
But
made I'll tell you something with spirits.
Yeah.
Joanna Downey, bless her.
Yeah.
She made the first room that was, I guess, female comic and gay friendly.
yes.
Okay, I had an open mic night, and I even had money to pay people. And the girls that would come to do shows there, sometimes I'd pay them just, like, here, it's been rough. And they take the money and they ran, and it was always like, they were like girls who were told not to hitchhike, but they did anyway. And then they got in my club, and I'm never going back there again. And then they went somewhere else and spent that dirty money however they could. And I'm going, guys, come on, we want the female comics here. And they're going, wow, we do. So, but Joanna, she made a room that was, because it was her room.
Yeah.
So it was her room, and and she of course had to beat down some of the old boys at first.
Yeah.
And then when some of the first gay comics started showing up on the scene, so that's why she referred to herself as Mama. And I said, well, you're not old enough to be anybody's Mama. Even now but that was the name that she ran with.
Yeah.
So she created a hell of an environment. And that's why they gave her an award. That's why she was the winner of the Phil Hartman, because she helped change the scene of comedy happening here. But
What year was that she got that?
when she got ill, or
No, when she got the award. Was
Oh,
it this year or last
no,
year?
3 years ago.
Oh.
Because I won it this year, Mike McDonald won it the year before, and Joanna won it the first year.
Excellent.
So Mike was sick when he got his,
Yeah.
and Jonah. So then when they gave it to me, I went, oh shit, hope they don't know something about me that I
Well,
don't know.
Can
So,
I
well,
get one? I've been sick and I've been a comic.
I'm thinking, is this like the Dead Man Walking Award, here? So, But anyway, what I was saying, I was somebody played back her old tape from the Shirley Show.
I
You were
did the
li-
Shirley Show.
You were living in L.A. and you came back and you did it, and
You saw that.
Yes,
Oh, that's why you're bringing it up.
and it's okay. We were all set up to fail on that show. They were trying to,
Well, Mark was on, right?
yeah, and Mark, of course, is being Mark. If you ever want, when you need Mark to be Mark, there's nobody better than Mark. He was outrageous. He was funny. He was pushing the edge. And I guess I was there to defend what I was doing. And you seem kind of innocent with what you were doing because you came out and you talked about your very big clit. And, and I'm sitting there
I
going,
don't remember what I said.
oh, it's
Again. I don't
it-
remember.
It's on YouTube now.
It is?
Yeah, look for the Shirley Show, and you'll be talking about your very large clit. And I spent,
What do I put? Shirley Show and what episode?
Politically correct comedy or something, or
Okay, everybody, hey, let's launch that. Let's
Yeah,
Google that right now.
we'll find it. I mean, when
Well, I remember the tension.
yeah, because the younger comics were all posting it on Facebook because they hadn't seen me with hair, and you're going check out Kenny with the high cut, and the haircut was what had them all wanting.
And
to put
my
it in.
nose was smaller and I was thinner.
So if you go back there, redo that, and now all the young comics, the female comics, they're filthy. So now you can drop that big clit stuff in there, and they'll go, where has she been? And you've gone, I've been here before your very eyes.
Well, the word clit, that is short for clitoris. And
Yes.
people would go nuts when, because my thing was, you're so short, Marla. And I said, yes, I know, but I make up for it with the size of my humongous clitoris. And they go, I go, it's the name of the organ. And you can't tell because I'm dressed to the left. If I could just, I'm so much nicer on the right. That's much better. And, I always say, whenever I have lovemaking sessions with human beings, because it's not always human beings, I always say, no problem with them finding this baby. This baby finds you. A clit clubber.
And now there's a canned meat named that.
I didn't know that. Oh, I love processed meat.
I bought a case of it. I just keep losing the key.
As long as it has legs, that's
I
fine.
keep losing the key, so I just sit there in my underwear all day licking a can, hoping for some kind of
fantastic.
positive result. So anyway, tell us where you're going to be.
I'm going to be singing now.
That's right, that musical career.
That
that's
musical
banging.
career that's been generating for the last year, and it's finally come to fruition. As somebody called me, Ori Dagan, who is a great jazz singer and sings in every venue in Toronto, but he also does what Joanna Downey does for jazz. He runs and books clubs and generates talent, as does Lisa Particelli, who is running Girls' Night Out at Chalkers. But Chalkers is going to close Girls' Night Out, and Lisa's going to find a new home. But Ori is booking a club called 120 Diner.
A lot of stuff goes on there.
A lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
What I saw their schedule, they have comedy, they have improv, and then they have jazz on Friday nights. So this show is Friday night, July 3rd at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and they mean it. The music has to start at 6, and you have to be packing your bags at 8:01 because there's another act.
Wow. That's
that
kind of like the
happens
comedy
to me.
bar. They just run those shows, boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom, and that's how they're making their money in the cover. That's the only way I can pay the musician. Actually, I'm probably going to definitely be in the red for it, but I don't care.
More entertainers than venues these days, it seems like.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think they want every performer to bring in their own audience because nobody wants to pay for advertising. I don't know if you've noticed.
Oh,
Nobody's paying
yeah.
for. Everybody thinks that the social media and that doesn't cut it actually.
No, because you get on Facebook and you know what it is? It's 9,000 of your friends also trying to push their gig. Or wanting to know if they could be on your gig. So
I love this guy. I love this guy. No, it's seriously. Not everybody
what it
makes
is.
me laugh. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? No, not everybody makes me laugh. But here's the thing. I actually got a message on Facebook from somebody who hasn't spoken to me. I won't name names. In 25 years. She messages me and says, Marla, I'm playing the Lulu Lounge. Would you come down and see me? And I promised to try to see you on Friday. And I thought, I can't believe this. So I said, all right.
I'll pay your cover charge if you
Yeah, well,
pay
her cover
mine.
charge was $25, and I was like, "This is ridiculous."
I
I'm here, but $25 is ridiculous, and I can only stay an hour because I have to re-edit my promo of my stuff and post it. Anyway, so the person said, "Okay, 15." So I sat, and then they didn't start for an hour, and I stayed 15 minutes, and she sang one song, and I had to leave, but. When she saw her, I said, well, hi, it was nice seeing you. I haven't seen you in 25 years. She goes, I promised to try. I said, Don't bother.
It's $1 for every
It's
year
okay.
that I haven't seen you.
Yeah,
It's
don't
been
bother.
a
It's
bargain.
okay.
Yeah, that's how it is. So July 3rd, 120 on Church.
120 diner on 120 Church.
And you got to get
6
there.
p.m.
Get there 5 minutes
5:30.
early so you can pay your cover. Get there 5
And
minutes
order
early.
something.
And
Don't order while I'm talking. Don't order while I'm singing.
Oh,
Order
jeez.
before.
Okay, order twice the amount. Anyway, this is Kenny Robinson, Marla Lukofsky, and it's also going to be your birthday then. We won't ask how old, but we're glad you're still here. And I'm glad you're here. Checking out the news. We'll be right back with something else good for you.